Yo, what's good YouTube? It's Christian. I'm back again with another reaction video, and today we have another Cartel video. This one was requested by you guys, and it's the brutal torture and execution of Commander Bebe. Bebe. I don't know if it's Bebe or Bebe, but all I know is I'm assuming he's like a high rank Cartel member or something like that, because he has Commander in his name, so that's literally like the only thing I could think of. But you guys have been fucking with these videos lately, and I've been fucking with you guys too, so I'm gonna just keep running them up. I'm gonna try to do them every day. I'll probably take a break like every now and then, but why stop now? If you feel me? Like, exactly, why stop now? Shout out to Disturbed Reality. He's the reason why I have all this info to keep making these videos. He's a crazy storyteller, and I'm gonna leave a link to his the original video down below if you guys want to go check him out, or this video, go do so. But yeah, enough talking, let's just get it popping. Let's see what Commander Bebe was about, bro. I watched like a clip of a new video he posted, and it's actually in HD, so I don't know why all these are in 480p.
Reality.
We'll get there.
Today,
though.
once again, we delve into the Cartel world.
Yeah.
And we will be exploring a more unknown Cartel execution tape. Before we get into this, I wanted to give one of my subscribers, Luis, a quick shout out.
Shout out to Luis.
Pointing me in the direction on where to find this video. Despite the fact that this video is somewhat unknown in the gore community, the fact is that it is extremely brutal, sadistic, and just downright cruel. The clip was released around 2013, and upon further research, not to my surprise, this video, this execution, was the product of the war between the Gulf Cartel and Los Zetas, which was arguably the most brutal war in narco history.
Was it? When he says unknown video, is it like like no one's ever seen this video, or like no, it's not a popular video, or what does that mean? Or like they never knew how bro died, and then this video came out showing how he died type shit, or is it something else?
If you followed this channel for any length of time, I'm sure you guys are aware of the origins of Los Zetas and what led to their war with the Gulf Cartel. In brief summary, Los Zetas were originally the armed wing of the Gulf Cartel, and they were formed during the late 90s. Essentially, the story is this. In 1996, then Gulf Cartel leader Juan Garcia Abregu was arrested by Mexican authorities, and subsequently he was extradited to the USA, where he is now serving life in prison. At the time, this plunged the Gulf Cartel into turmoil and internal struggle. The truth is, Juan Garcia Abregu was a very strong, stable, and experienced leader. Once
you know what I got? I'll be right back, hold on. So I thought, I feel like I'm gonna just drink one of these right now. I don't know if you guys ever had these, cerveza barrilito, but straight from Mexico. My coworker gave it to me. He's like 50 something years old. Shout out him. He doesn't know what the fuck YouTube is or anything like that, but I fuck with him. Let's just keep this going. Damn, these are I never had that. This is my first time trying it. This shit tastes pretty fire.
Almost cost the cartel their very existence. From 1996 till 1999, there were many leaders of the Gulf Cartel during this time period, but leadership was constantly changing hands due to incompetence and various high-up members getting arrested.
Damn.
However, in 1999 things changed.
How do people get so many guns, bro? Like, these cartels probably have so many guns, and it's like, who's making them from? Where they get, I don't know, bro. It's just fucking insane how many guns are out there in the world. Like,
Cardenas took control of the Gulf Cartel, and in July of that year, he assassinated Salvador Gomez Herrera, aka El Chava, who was the co-leader of the Gulf Cartel and actually a close friend of Osiel Cardenas. But Cardenas was vying for power, and friendship came second, so El Chava had to go. This earned Cardenas the nickname of Mata Amigos, which means friend killer. Due to the hostile nature of the Osiel Cardenas takeover.
That's how strong the cartel is. Like the cartel comes first before anything in your life, which is, how can you even deal with that?
Himself in a fight to keep his organization and leadership untouched. At this point, he sought out members of the Mexican Army Special Forces to become the military armed wing of the Gulf Cartel. His goal was essentially to protect his leadership, protect himself from rival drug cartels, and from the Mexican military. Among his first recruits was Arturo Guzman de Sena, whose code in the army was Z1. He was an army lieutenant who was reportedly asked by Cardenas to look for the best men possible to form the armed wing of the Gulf Cartel.
Damn. So is the cartel made of like military and like people of like high ass status and stuff like that? Because I remember I think somebody told me that one time and I was like, damn, that's insane, bro. They're stacked.
Arturo Guzman de Sena deserted the armed forces and brought more than 30 army
it's literally insane,
to form
bro.
the paramilitary wing of the Gulf Cartel. They were enticed with salaries much higher than those of the Mexican army.
Damn.
They would soon refer to themselves as Los Zetas due to their military background and former army codes. So for example, Arturo Guzman de Sena, the original Zeta, was known as Z1. And that's where the name originated. All it really means in English is the Zeds. But regardless, soon after their inception, the Zetas became a powerful asset for the Gulf Cartel. Due to their effective recruitment, their military background, tactics and discipline, they were extremely successful battling other cartels for drug routes and also territory. Ultimately, the Zetas changed the game and changed it for the worse.
Damn.
They introduced the militaristic aspect to cartel warfare. Quite frankly, the other cartels had to keep up or risk being annihilated, so then you saw the other cartels also form their own armed wings within their organizations, and as a result, the violence skyrocketed to a whole new level. But nevertheless, after the unstable years of the late 90s, largely down to the success of the Zetas, the Gulf Cartel started to regain stability and influence by the early 2000s. The relationship between the Gulf Cartel and the Zetas during this time period was extremely fruitful. New territories were being gained, new drug...
That's a whole ass room, bro. Just filled with money. Stacks. I can guarantee you, no one in watching this video now, or me, has ever seen that much money in person. And probably will never ever see that much money in person. Unless you're the one who took it, and you're fucking watching this video right now, but I doubt it.
Routes were being established, and profits were going through the roof. Everything was going
insane,
well for the Gulf Cartel. However, in 2003, then leader Ociel Cardenas was captured by the Mexican military, and subsequently he was then extradited to the USA in 2007. Initially, this didn't really affect business all that much. While Cardenas was in prison in Mexico, he was still able to control the Gulf Cartel and the Zetas. However, that soon changed. After his extradition to the USA, he no longer had contact with his criminal associates. After the extradition, Los Zetas became so powerful that they outnumbered and outclassed the Gulf Cartel in revenue, membership and influence by 2010. As a result, in 2010, the Zetas decided to go their own way without the Gulf Cartel. The split was far from amicable, and it led to one of the most brutal wars in narco history. The violence from this war was unprecedented. Numerous mass graves were found, many innocent civilians killed, and it felt like at the time a new torture or execution video was being released each week. Some of which you can still find in the dark recesses of the internet. That brings us to the video at hand. It depicts the brutal torture and execution of Los Zetas member Commander Bebe. Commander Bebe was a plaza boss in the area of San Luis Potosi for Los Zetas, where he was in charge of collecting money from other criminal groups in order so that they could conduct business in the plaza. However, unfortunately for Commander Bebe, he was captured by the Gulf Cartel and they decided to make an example of him. After the murder, they left the following message. This is what is going to happen to all of the Zetas that are thinking of entering San Luis Potosi. We demonstrate it with work and not with narco banners. Sincerely, the Gulf Cartel.
Damn.
But nevertheless, what happens in the video? The video opens up and you see Commander Bebe laying on the ground on his back. His hands have been tied behind his back and his shirt has been pulled over his head to blindfold him. I'd estimate that he's surrounded by 3 to 4 Gulf Cartel members, though it is hard to tell. One of the cartel members takes what appears to be a thick wooden plank or bat and he starts hitting Commander Bebe's feet with it. The video skips forwards and it shows you the aftermath, and his feet have been hit so hard with a blunt object that you can see blood leaking through his socks. All throughout this, you can hear the muffled grunts of pain. The video then skips forwards again and they take the shirt off Commander Bebe's head and they stuff his mouth with a gag. At this point, it gets a whole lot worse. One of the cartel members then takes a small knife and starts slicing off Commander Bebe's left ear. The sounds are horrible in this portion of the video. You can hear Commander Bebe trying to scream, but because he's been gagged, it almost sounds like he's aggressively snoring. That's the best way I can describe it. Once the ear has been severed, they then place it in his gagged mouth. The camera then pans to his face briefly, and despite it being in poor quality, you can still see the pain and fear in Commander Bebe's eyes. The video then skips forwards once more, and the torture is not over. You can see that the cartel guys have hooked up a car battery with some jump cables, so you know what's coming next. They then take the jump cables and electrocute Commander Bebe. They start by shocking his chest. You see the sparks fly, you hear the sound of electric, and you hear him letting out grunts of pain. They repeat the process several times, and also electrocute his face. The video skips forwards once more, and it shows the Gulf Cartel members putting Commander Bebe out of his misery. They behead him with a small knife that was used to cut his ear off. Commander Bebe is already dead at this point in the video because they show you halfway through the dismemberment process, but it shows them hacking and slicing away. The video then cuts forwards once again, and the beheading has been completed, and in the final segments of the video, they take the head and balance it on his chest so that they could take photos on their phones.
What the fuck,
and that is where
bro?
the video ends. So yeah, it's an extremely graphic video, and I wouldn't recommend.
Do you guys get like sick watching this shit, or is it like, does it not affect you guys at all? Because I feel like I don't get sick watching this shit, but then some videos and I'm just like, damn, like some videos just stick in my head, bro, and I don't think it's good. But
Searching for it. Given
I haven't seen this video though.
This video is from, it's not really surprising to see that amount of violence. Obviously, the war between the Gulf Cartel and Los Zetas was extremely brutal, and honestly, that war really helped perpetuate and popularize graphic narco content. And while there were these sort of videos before the Gulf Cartel and Los Zetas engaged in their war, it was really during this time period where it became normality in the narco world. These days, when a video is released, nobody is surprised, nobody bats an eyelid.
This is bad, bro.
It is.
This is like,
we think
bad.
like that.
What the
it's
fuck?
kind of disturbing in itself. But the reality is, these sort of videos now are just expected, and that's extremely sad. It does make you wonder, can things get any worse than they are now?
Yeah.
I hope not, but the reality
They definitely
is,
can.
the murder rates in the parts of the world where these cartels operate seem to be increasing year on year. We see more graphic and heinous acts of violence being released to social media, and it feels like this is never ending, so all we can really do is hope and pray that things get better. But yeah, don't go searching for the video, it's not worth it. And yeah,
he says that all the time, but it's
I
like,
hope you enjoyed it.
is it that bad? Yo, shout out Disturbed Reality. Your storytelling literally makes me envision everything that's going on, bro. Like, I could envision the beginning of the slaughter to the end of it. So, shout out to you. Bro, humans were not made to do this type of shit. Like, we were all made to be like peaceful with each other, this and that, but then it just turned in, I don't know where we took the wrong turn in life, but something happened and now we're here. Now people are getting their faces filleted off and like people are getting their eyes gouged out with spoons and then their hands chopped off and making them fight and shit. I'm just like, bro, like when does it end? Like what's the limit? You feel me? Like when is it like, all right, enough's enough? Like that's too far. Is it ever gonna be too far, or do these people not feel anything towards anybody or life in general? Like, is their soul completely gone out their body? Do they feel any remorse? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen that. I've seen all the other ones, all the other videos I reacted to, like the actual video of like them getting killed and stuff, but I haven't seen this one. So I don't know if I will see it, because I usually see it from my friend. He hasn't shown me this one. So comment down below which ones you want me to react to next, and I'll do them. I'm really like fucking with this series that I'm doing. I'm gonna just keep doing it until it like doesn't work no more, you get me? Until you guys stop requesting it, but you guys seem like you like it, so let's just keep it up. Subscribe for new, like this video if you enjoyed it. I'm out.
Sorry, girl, I gotta go. Yeah, you know